Hey everyone, what is going on? So I have another video for you today, and these are battles that I did, of course, not of course, but these are battles I did in the Open Ultra League on stream, and I had success with the team. The team is going to be Virizion in the lead with Pidgeot. I absolutely love using Pidgeot on a lot of my Ultra League teams. I think it's a great Pokemon, and Walrein. So yeah, I mean, the team did really well for me. As we can see, Virizion into Abomasnow, kind of neutral. I mean, I'm doing super effective, they're doing super effective. I'm going to go ahead and respond with the shield. It's going to be the weather ball, so I'm just charging up, and I'm going to go ahead and go for this sacred sword right now. And it's not going to be enough to KO. I'm hoping to get to another one before they do. They actually, well, we get there at the same time and they get off the move. I'm just going to let it go so I can farm down with, I'm thinking the Walrein. I do bring in the Walrein, but immediately switch into Jellicent. I was actually surprised at that switch. I think they switched out just like instantly before even seeing what came in. But now I have my Pidgeot on it, which is nice. I mean, I guess the Jellicent will still get me low, but at least I have the Pidgeot on it, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and throw my Feather Dance. I want to debuff this Jellicent, and then that's usually how I play this matchup. I debuff it immediately, and then I charge up as much energy as possible before throwing the Brave Bird, because the Brave Bird's not going to KO at this range anyway. So I take one more Surf, and then I'm going to be able to successfully charge up enough energy, so much energy. As you can see, max energy. I throw the Brave Bird. Now this will KO. If they shield it, I could, get to another one. So they're not going to shield it, and it does KO. And out comes Swamp It. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the Feather Dance, hoping that my opponent decides to shield this one, thinking it's a Brave Bird, but no, they actually let it go. Good call by my opponent. So out comes Abomasnow. They basically wanted to switch out to reset the debuff. I totally get it, right? So my opponent is going to go ahead and throw an attack. I think I call the Hydro Cannon here. I do call the Hydro Cannon. It's actually the Earthquake. Nice play by my opponent. I'm going to go ahead and go for this Icicle Spear right now. That will be enough to pick up the shield, and basically I would be able to get to the Earthquake and win that, right? So that's going to be a great game. Very well played to my opponent. So yeah, you could use a Shadow Walrein, and to be honest, I think I would prefer the Shadow Walrein, but I don't have one for the Ultra League, so I'm using the regular one. This is a really good rank one as well. So my opponent maybe tries to catch, but luckily for me, they're not able to catch. I don't throw the Leaf Blade immediately. They're going to respond with the Mandibuzz. I'm going to respond with a Walrein. So, of course, Ice doing super effective damage towards the flying type. But Mandibuzz is so tanky. Imagine if they gave Mandibuzz, like, Sky Attack, how good it would be. It would be that much better. And I feel like it would be super meta. I mean, Mandibuzz is just so tanky. So, it's going to be able to get off that Dark Pulse. It actually goes head-to-head against Walrein, even though I'm doing super effective damage. So I do throw this Icicle Spear, and unfortunately, I'm not confident that I'll be able to farm down. Like, maybe I could have got the farm down, but I think they just got to another move. So I just wanted to get rid of it so I didn't have to shield or lose switch or anything. So yeah, I just throw it just to get rid of it. But I don't know, maybe I could have won that with farming down. Either way, my opponent will throw an attack. Good play by my opponent. Because I would have gotten to an Earthquake if they went for the farm down or anything. But I'm going to bring in my Virizion and go for these Leaf Blade attacks. Because I brought in Virizion, they probably assume I do have the Leaf Blade, and in fact I do. Now bringing in Pidgeot would have been fine as well. But I didn't want to quite reveal yet that I had Virizion, because I don't know what my opponent's back Pokemon is. And I'm thinking maybe it's double flying, because we saw the Mandibuzz come straight into that Virizion, right? So my opponent actually catches. It's not. It's a Galarian Weezing. So it's a good thing I didn't bring in Pidgeot, because Virizion is not really going to like Weezing. A good catch by my opponent, but now I can respond with this Pidgeot. I do believe I shield this one. No, I actually let it go, and it's going to be a play rough. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to charge up, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and go for it. If they decide to shield this one, I could shield and get off another one, and they are actually going to go ahead and shield it. But, as I said, I could shield this one and still get to another Brave Bird, so still looking good for me. And I do get to that Brave Bird, which will be enough to KO the Galarian Weezing. I believe it's enough. It should be enough, right? As it is. Easy. And now in comes that Jellicent, and that was going to be a good game. Yeah, very well played to my opponent. Going to be able to take that one. Yeah, Virizion doing really well for me. I haven't used it too often, to be honest, but I'm really liking it. Okay, going up against a Shadow Walrein. We're both doing super effective damage towards each other. And I do get off my Leaf Blade, and this Leaf Blade, yeah, it's going to be super effective. So we'll see if they want to shield it or if they want to let it go. They let it go. They do get off this attack. I do go ahead and shield it. Don't want to take that shadow damage. And I'm watching for a catch. Well, I actually throw immediately. I don't know why I threw Sacred Sword. Leaf Blade would have been super effective, and Leaf Blade would have been double resisted towards this Trevenant, so it would have done more damage anyway. I don't know why I threw the Sacred Sword, but I did. But regardless, I do have the Pidgeot locked into the Trevenant. You absolutely love to see it. And this is even a better matchup, I would say, for the Pidgeot than it was even last season, because it takes them longer to get to the Seed Bombs. So they're going to get to this Seed Bomb, but they're not going to be able to get to an additional Seed Bomb. Thanks to that extra turn it takes each time to get to it. So I'm not even going to have to worry about taking another Seed Bomb or potentially shielding, or not shielding, but like throwing the Feather Dance. And I have a lot of energy. I'm going to go ahead and throw my Feather Dance. This will be enough to pick up the knockout, so I do not anticipate the shield, but they actually do shield it. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw another Feather Dance into the Walrein. And they let that one go. Beautiful situation. Out comes the Feeny. And I'm going to go ahead and switch right now into my Virizion. I didn't want my Pidgeot to get farmed down trying to make it to the Feather Dance, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade. I do pick up the shield. I want to get a Leaf Blade off. Definitely worth the shield, even though I do anticipate that it's going to be the Surf Bait and I would live it. It's not. I was wrong. But it is worth throwing this Leaf Blade because it is worth shielding and throwing a Leaf Blade because then, I mean, all I need is an Earthquake on that Walrein. I actually make it to the move anyway. My opponent just concedes. Good game. Well played. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move into the next one. Virizion into Obstagoon. You love to see it. I mean, this is a fantastic lead, obviously. They switch out into Jellicent. Out comes my Pidgeot. Now, Virizion into Jellicent, still a good matchup for me, but I'd rather have this matchup and have the Virizion for that Obstagoon later, right? Yeah, so that's why I switched out into Pidgeot. And, I mean, I guess Jellicent can fight back if they try and commit shields against the Brave Bird, and spoiler warning, they do. But that is okay because even if I debuff myself, it's not like they could farm me down. It would be very difficult for them to do so because Hex is double resisted right off the bat from my Pidgeot, right? So I do take the Surf, and I'm counting, keeping track of energy. Gonna go ahead and throw the Brave Bird. Now, as I said, they do go ahead and they are gonna fight for Switch. Because they do not want Virizion on Obstagoon, so they really have no choice. I still wasn't going to bait, though. I'm going to go ahead and shield this one. And it's going to be Surf. That would obviously be enough to KO me. Now I can continue to farm up and throw the Brave Bird. Again, they are going to go ahead and shield, but I don't think it's worth going for the Feather Dance on the chance that they don't, the off chance. They do get off this attack. But again, as I said, my Pidgeot can easily survive these Hex attacks, so I'm going to go ahead and get off my Feather Dance, which will be enough to KO, and I do have alignment, which is absolutely what I needed, right? It's actually going to be a Glowing Weezing. I do not want my Virizion on that, so I'm going to go ahead and bring in Walrein. Now, I know any one move will not KO me. Overheat, Play Rough, not going to one-shot me. It will do a lot, especially that Overheat, but it's not going to one-shot me. So it is an Overheat. So what I'm going to do is get to the Earthquake. I pause for a second, allow them to throw the attack to make sure they don't go for a catch, because I do not want them to catch that Earthquake, and now I'm going to be able to win with Virizion. And that is going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. Okay, let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Virizion into Cobalion, great matchup for me. I am doing super effective damage, whereas I'm taking neutral damage. I was expecting maybe a catch, and they actually do catch. So nice play by my opponent. Now, they don't know that I don't have Stone Edge, but that was still a good catch. Obviously, they knew that wasn't going to be Stone Edge because I would have thrown the Stone Edge into Cobalion. So I should have thrown the Icicle Spear before that attack, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and throw my Icicle Spear. I think I was waiting for them to throw, so I was like, well, if they throw the Brave Bird, I'll be able to... I mean, it KOs anyway, so at the end of the day, it didn't matter. I didn't think that would KO, though, after I was debuffed, but it did. So now I can get off the Earthquake. I am not expecting a shield because I am double debuffed. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and allow this to go through. I think I could actually make it to an Icicle Spear if I try so hard, if I just tap hard enough, and I do. So I do go ahead and make it to that Icicle Spear. And beautiful, I can go ahead and bring in my Virizion. I'm going to go ahead and get hit with this attack. Now, I do believe they have two, but I could still take two. They do have another one, so I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. And we'll see what's in the back. We have a Walrein. I still have the Virizion, and it's going to be a Feeny. Okay. So essentially what I want to do is get off 3 Leaf Blades. 2 of them will get the shield, right? And the other one will do damage to whereas Pidgeot's Brave Bird will just KO it, right? So that's the thought process here, and that's what I'm going to be able to do. They're not going to be able to water gun me down. I do get to another one, and then after this I'm going to switch out right away. I have 2 shields at this point in time, so even if I wasn't able to get to the Leaf Blade, of course it's going to be a good game for me. I'm going to be able to take this one, but if I didn't get to the Leaf Blade, no, I guess what I would have done was charged up for 2 Brave Birds at this point. But yeah, this is going to be fine. I'm going to be able to get to the Brave Bird to KO the Feeny and take this game. And that's going to be a great game, very well played to my opponent. And I'm going to be able to win that one. Nice. Alright, very cool. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. Virizion into Ninetales. This is a tough one. This is indeed a tough one. Because what do I do? I mean, it's Charm I'm weak to, and I would be weak to Powder Snow. What do I do? I mean, I fake... the Stone Edge. I guess that's one thing to do. That's what I'm going to do. But if I go into Wall Ring, they switch out, right? If I go into Pidgeot, it's not a great matchup for me. What do I really do? So I'm just staying in. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade now. I guess I should have went for Leaf... No, I didn't want to go for Leaf Blade initially because then they would have known I didn't have Stone Edge, or maybe they would have taken 2 instead of shielding. I'm not really sure, but either way, definitely a rough situation. There's no way to sugarcoat it. If it was another fairy type user like Clefable, it would be a bad matchup. I would have to switch, but at least I would be able to switch into like Pidgeot or something. But yeah, definitely tough for me. Out comes Swampert. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Icicle Spear into the Swampert. I am low enough, though, where Hydro Cannon will KO, which is not good. I think I just let this go. I was figuring this game was just not going to happen for me. I bring in the Pidgeot. Basically, what I'm hoping for is Trevenant in the back. But even if it is, I don't know that it's still going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and just throw the Brave Bird. Yeah, like even... I'm throwing the Brave Bird to get rid of this. I don't anticipate a shield. But even if it is Trevenant, I still think that Trevenant can win because now I'm double debuffed. It's actually a Pidgeot. Yeah, there was really nothing I could do there. That Alolan Ninetales was tough. Good game, well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next one. Verizion into Pidgeot. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into my own Pidgeot. Now comes Galarian Stunfisk. Ouch. Looking to be hard counted, but let's see what we can do here. I'm going to go ahead and throw this Feather Dance right now just to debuff it. And I'm going to be able to take multiple Rock Slides, right? So I do take this one Rock Slide right now. I could take a couple more because they're significantly debuffed, but I think I just go for... No, I do go for another Feather Dance. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and go for another Feather Dance. 2 Brave Birds will KO, but there's no shot I get off 2 Brave Birds. And plus, they could also shield. But look, I could take like 2 more Rock Slides. They are quadruple debuffed, right? So yeah, I could even take another one. So they are so debuffed. But still, I mean, they get to the Rock Slides fast, and at this point, another one will KO me, especially since I'm debuffing myself now. But I do go ahead and get off that Brave Bird, and yeah, one more will KO, but again, they're going to be able to obviously outpace me, and they do. So I'm just going to let this go. But yeah, really tough situation for me. At this point, I'm going to be able to easily farm down. Maybe I should have allowed myself to get even more farm, maybe undercharge the Brave Bird. But they actually don't get to an attack. Maybe they deliberately didn't want to so they can get more farm with Pidgeot. I'm not sure. But I'm going to bait the Stone Edge right now because they don't know I don't have Stone Edge, right? So I do bait it, and I do get that shield, which is good. And now out comes Cobalion, which is not good. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this one up. And it's going to be a Sacred Stone. I am going straight for that Earthquake. And I do go for it. Now, if I had a Shadow, this would KO, but I don't have a Shadow one, so I'm going to go ahead and go for it. It doesn't KO, unfortunately. If that KO'd, we'd be in a good spot, but I'm going to go ahead and go for my Icicle Spear right now. I think they shield this one. They do, yeah, because they want to keep this... they know they want to keep this alive. Now, if I had Stone Edge on Virizion, I'd actually be able to win this one. They actually throw another attack, afraid that I would get to... I guess afraid that I would get off an Icicle Spear, but that's fine. Yeah, if I had... But I don't, unfortunately. But I still like having Leaf Blade. But I'm still hopeful. I do have a shield. I'm going to call this one, actually. And it is going to be Feather Dance, which I kind of expected, but it still does a lot because I'm double weak to it. And now I'm basically what I'm hoping for is I'm hoping that 2 Sacred Swords will be enough to KO. 1, not enough. 2, not going to be enough. Spoiler warning, right? Unfortunately, it's not enough. Now, if, let's say I shielded the Feather Dance, would they have gotten to another move? I think so. I think so. That's why I didn't shield it. It was tough. It was tough. But we were hard counted and we still almost pulled it back. Good game. All right, tough lead. Hard counted again into Registeel. I didn't even care that I was being hard counted because we had so much hype in the chat on Twitch. It was awesome. I was having a great time with all the community members. It was a lot of fun. I was even paying attention to this game. I'm not talking about the other games. I'm just talking about this specific game. Not making excuses, I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm still going to be able to throw the Spray Bird to get some damage off on the Registeel. Now, they are debuffed. They won't let me get to another one. So I'm just going to let this go. It's going to be a Focus Blast. It will KO me. There's no point in shielding that Pidgeot, right? Actually, they undercharge it. So because of the undercharge, I'm actually able to get to a move. So I'll take it. Forgot about that. They want to get more fun, but now that Registeel is like, what, quadruple debuffed, I think, so I'm not really going to be taking much damage at all from the Virizion, but I'm still taking damage. But I'm thinking, I could probably farm this down, probably get a shield from the Dragonite, because they don't know I don't have Stone Edge, right? So I'm going to be able to get a lot of farm, which is good for me, and obviously Stone Edge will be enough to KO that Dragonite. So I do, in fact, farm down, and I'm going to go ahead and throw a Sacred Sword to pick up a shield and then go into Wall Raid. That is what I am going to do, and I do get the shield, and I switch right now, and out comes Sandslash. Okay, so will that Alolan Sandslash go down to an Earthquake? It might. So I'm going to go ahead and take this attack from the Sandslash. This was a Dragonite Double Steel team, a team I have seen before. I don't know if I saw this exact Double Steel team. I don't think I saw the Sandslash. But I have seen like Double Steel. My opponent is going to go ahead and commit the shield. They do want to get off this attack, and I do want to go ahead and shield this because I don't want them to get off that attack, right? And look at this. I do get off this attack, but it's actually not going to be enough, unfortunately. It's going to be close, but they barely live, and look at that. They get off a move. That was rough for me. So that's going to force my shield, which is really bad. So now Dragonite comes in. I need to get this off. I don't get it off. I was contemplating deciding to shield catch, but no, I don't do it. And now I do not have Stone Edge. So another situation, if I had Stone Edge, it would have been great for me. I still like Leaf Blade though. However, I'm hoping that 2 double kicks will be enough to KO. Let's see if this double kick is going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. One more double kick. I meant Sacred Sword, but one more double kick will KO. So despite being hard counted, I do take that game. So good game, well played to my opponent, because Virizion, it has play with Stone Edge. Obviously, I'm not running Stone Edge, but you could get shields because your opponent doesn't know it, right? Or if you want to run Stone Edge, that is an option as well. But I've been enjoying Leaf Blade for like Jellicent and stuff. Anyway, that will be it for this one. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.